Welcome to Coffee with Bridget, and today's coffee is chocolate chip by Infusio. And it's okay, I'm not a big fan of chocolate flavored coffees, but it works. And I've got my dark butterfly mug. So today we are talking about the new moon in Aquarius, or Aqua as I call it. This is a new moon solar eclipse. And what does the solar eclipse mean? Now, I used to get all excited and think, oh, solar eclipses are a big deal, but they do happen every year. And this solar eclipse will be seen mostly in the northern hemisphere. So they say that where the eclipse travels is what it affects. So mostly affecting the northern hemisphere. And this is at 28 degrees of Aquarius, which is a new beginning because that breaks down to 1. So we have this new beginning energy. And we've had this for a while because we have Neptune and now Saturn going into Aries. And we had a lot of ingresses into new signs. So what this really comes down to is this new nebulous beginning is happening. It's here now. But Mercury and Venus are in Pisces. So we're in this dreamy, sort of deeply contemplative state about this new beginning. We're not really gung-ho and activated about it yet. We're really in this dreamy, contemplative, like, is this really for me? Is this really what I want? This debatable energy. And then the big thing about this is that Saturn and Neptune are at 0 degree conjunction in Aries. So that's what everybody's going to be talking about, is Saturn and Neptune conjunction. Now, to me, this means that we're going to feel restricted about this new beginning. We're going to feel this energy is a little bit more difficult to work with. We're going to be a little bit in our feels about this new beginning, this new start. And we're going to feel very limited, like our options are limited, like we don't have much going on, because Saturn is the planet of limitation. Saturn was the outermost planet when our ancestors studied the planets. Pardon me, I'm getting a little sick. But Saturn was the outer planet when our ancestors looked at the stars, the wanderers in the night sky. And so it's the planet of limitation. So what it's bringing is Neptune is bringing this energy in Aries of nebulousness and uncertainty, and Saturn is adding limitation to it. So we don't feel like we have all the resources that we want available to us for this new beginning. But because Venus and Mercury are in Pisces, we're in this contemplative mood. We also have Black Moon Lilith squaring the Sun and Moon and Mars. Sun, Moon, and Mars are all in Aquarius. And that means our willpower may feel stuck. It may be feeling threatened. So we may feel like we're resting on our laurels this new moon. This is a new moon where we're feeling like we're not really going forward. We're resting, we're contemplating, and thinking of what we want this new moon to bring, what this new beginning is. So let's get into our tools for this new moon. Our tools are a yellow candle for the direction of air, and that is the first direction on the medicine wheel. I don't have my microphone on, or else you could hear me tapping a little bit more. But this is for the first direction of the east on the medicine wheel, so it's yellow. That is Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign. Our sound tool is the tuning fork, and I'm particularly working with the solar plexus. That's why this is yellow. The solar plexus is willpower, so I'm really working with that Mars energy that seems to be stuck, and it's in Aquarius, so it's kind of more focused on the universal aspects and everything, and it's a little stuck. So I decided we'll work with the solar plexus for this new moon. The tea is echinacea, and you can find this almost at any grocery store. And echinacea is associated with the lungs, and I in particular associate the lungs with grieving. And so we're still not letting go of our past. We haven't really let go of the ending that happened with the last full moon. So, and the last new and full moon cycle was really all about endings. There was a new start there, but it was really about endings. This new moon is all about the new start, the new beginning. But we're having problems letting go. Our willpower seems a little bit stuck. And so echinacea is a wonderful tool to help us with the grieving process, with letting go. It's a choice to really work with our immune system and kind of give it a kickstart. It brings balance to the lungs and helps with lung healing. So it's a great tool for this new moon. It is, echinacea is the tea in my book, The 13 Moons, which is the one that explains all these tools and goes through the different symbols. And we'll go through the different symbols that are associated with this new moon as well after we go through the tools. So for my crystal grid, and you'll probably see this on a short, I am going to use malachite as my charging plate again. And I'm using malachite because this is known as the doula stone, the birthing stone. And because we have all this new fresh energy, this new start energy, I'm using malachite to really represent that. It's just like giving birth energy, this new fresh start. And then I'm using a clear quartz generator. This is an Isis point. And so it points the energy in a specific space or towards a certain thing, towards the user of it. So that directs the energy. So I want to give this energy direction. I don't want it to be so nebulous because we have that Neptune energy in Aries. And then I'm going to use the two stones in my book, the 13 Moons, is lapis lazuli, which is a third eye chakra stone. And this is all about psychic intuition, knowing what's going on, listening to our senses, listen to our gut feelings. So lapis lazuli. And the other one is also a third eye chakra stone. It's amethyst. And this is a stone of detoxification. So this is a great tool to use whenever you're releasing something. So this is perfect for this new moon, because I'm going to use both of those, but I'm also going to include yellow serpentine and green serpentine. And these are both stones of release, of shedding the skin, of releasing things, of letting go. So those are our tools for this new moon. I know I'm kind of blazing through all of this. So if I had to give this new moon an overall story or energy, it is contemplation of a new beginning and releasing the old. That, like I said, the eclipse energy is cutting off the old energy. This is really a fresh, definitive new start. It is done. The energy that we've been working with for the last moon cycle is donezo. It is over. So to go through some of the symbols in my book, this is the deep snow moon, which is unseen growth. And the hero's journey is the return home, which is a changed but familiar energy. In tarot, it's the star card, which is meditation. In alchemy, it's dissolution, which is a sacred unraveling. The Hebrew letter is Tazadi, which is a deep intuition from the depths. The animal ally is goose, which is knowing when to follow our own compass. Echinacea, we already went over that. And the plant is, or the scent is Palo Santo. That is the essential oil and the incense, which I did not go over air. So Palo Santo is the air element to this. And it's the holy wood of South America, and it releases stagnant energy. So really, this new moon ceremony should be about releasing the old energy. That is the intention that we should be working with based on the energies of this new moon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you insight about this upcoming new moon. Take care and bye for now.